speaking to that, guys, this is an actual model I did in the field. Actually, it was one of my creative advisor trainings. So do you see the bottom portion of the after picture, that little bit more beigeier tone? That was 11N, 20 grams of 11N, 20 grams of 40 volume blue. Apply that to the new growth. The top where it gets a little icier, a little cooler, that's 11A, 20 grams of 11A, and then 20 grams of 40 volume blue. So basically equal parts with the 40 volume blue base developed. Put it on immediately right after that. Through the mid-length and ends on both areas, I use tones, 10A. Through the mid-length and ends, let it all develop 12 minutes, emulsify, rinse, and lock that result in, and then rinse, and that's what we got. It's that simple.
Have tones processes that quick too?
Absolutely, absolutely, because immediately afterwards, it is the level 10, so with my tones, I put on development time with the tones of probably 7 to 8 minutes. Very effective. Before and after, gray coverage. That was 13 minutes.
Holy moly.
Look at the coverage.
Look at the shine.
How do we get that to show? Is that all somewhere we can get visual?
You'll get to, yeah, we have a whole social media page with a lot of unsolicited before and after from salons, which is more impactful from the manufacturer derived.
I thought you might.
There's a technical fact also that I would like to share with you. You know the regular colors that we use, oxidation color, they need certain time to oxidize and then certain time to deposit. Okay? So with Andiamo you have oxidation and deposit at the same time, which is amazing.
Yep.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Yeah, that's the biggest thing about stuff.
Turbo dye, baby. Turbo dye.
It's all about turbo
New
dye.
technology.
So we need a t-shirt that says, got turbo dye?
Okay, so I have a question. Is there added ammonia? Is that the trick?
Nope.
That's a good question.
It's a great question, right? No. No. We have 0.4 to what's the maximum amount?
Depends on the high lift.
On the high lift goes up to
2.67.
2.6 in the highest lift, so it's 0.4. So it's calibrated by level what's necessary. We don't believe 0.4. So we don't believe in. We are an old school company. We believe ammonia is not a bad thing when you. And everybody's going with the MEA technology.
Yep.
This is why L'Oreal launched their 4-time
Yep.
MEA technology, because a lot of lawsuits started to happen.
Yep.
So we stuck with what nobody's getting sued over. It works. So keep it low, baby, and you're ready to roll. It's no added ammonia. Nope. It has the same calibrations that Chroma does with ammonia. Same calibrations per level. It's in the magic of the dye coupler and the pigment technology. This is why we're different. It's that simple. Don't make it something it's not. Don't say, yeah, it's like a triple N. No, that's not it. Don't change what we have going. It's a reality, because fact checkers will fact check. So what we're letting you know, this is something you can check.
Mix ratio is 1-to-1. When you're presenting to salons, keep it very, very simple. Okay?
It's not like the rest.
No.
The rest.
We can actually choose.
That makes sense, because you
when
need
we're
more
building a
deposit, you
brand,
need more dye load.
We can choose the mixing ratio when you're building it from scratch. So 1-to-1 seems to be the simplest.
So,
Keeps it simple for the salon. Standard, as far as your developers, you're going to go by the same rule. If you're speaking to a current Aloxxi user, it's going to be the same standard development choices that it is with Chroma. 10 volume, deposit, tone on tone, 20 volume, 1 level of lift, and for standard gray coverage. So if you're in a salon currently, and you're talking to somebody that has a large percentage of gray hair, what do they normally use for gray coverage?
and
What
20
volume?
volume in it.
20 volume, it's not going to be any different, okay? 30 volume is going to give you 2 levels of lift, and 40 volume will give you 3 levels of lift. But when you're working with our high lift series, which is your 11N and your 11A, you're going to get a full 4 levels of lift in 10 to 15 minutes.
What
Think
volume?
about the impact of that.
40.
What volume?
40 volume.
Those
And
are
that's
still
with
mixed
these.
1-to-1?
I'm sorry?
Are those still mixed 1-to-1?
Absolutely. So everything in the line is mixed 1-to-1. Keep it very, very simple.
You
But-
get 4 because of the calibrated coupler for
Exactly. Calibrated die coupler.
I see a huge thing, a lot of people are using gray drops, but you have to go under the dryer, and I see this requires no heat, so that's a plus because you're not damaging the hair, correct?
Right. Think about that. When we add gray drops, now I'm not knocking any particular brand, but you're really asking a brand that's designed to develop in 30 to 45 minutes to develop faster. With this, with Andiamo, you're actually using a brand that does it.
What we ask, guys, and we're asking this in kindness, and when you all got to my table, I understand, Brazilian law, it's your thing. We ask that you don't put B3 in it. We found that didn't work.
What is on
In Andiamo, the
Just
technologies
Andiamo.
don't
Yeah, why screw it
jive.
up?
Just Andiamo. You can use it in
Just
promo, go
Andiamo.
for it. Just Andiamo. I'm asking that and being transparent, because I don't want to hear later, this client tried Andiamo, she really didn't use it well, she used a B3. Yes. That's been the same response, because we're with all the we seem to be with all the.
So, but it would be for anybody, it would be V3, Olaplex.
Any of
don't add
them,
it
none
to
of
the
them,
market.
none of them. That's why I specifically said B3.
Don't need to.
Yeah, the
I
technology.
didn't want the
Don't need to.
sale, but use B3 for the other
No, I mean,
reasons,
that's
just
what-
not our Andiamo. It's all I'm begging. Use it for our lightener.
Because
I'm
we
glad
have,
you told us, because that would suck. if
Yes.
someone-
Please, please, please. I'm on my knees right now.
well, and it's a good thing to know, because I have people that don't use V3, but use the other ones, you know.
None of them.
So
Don't
it's
use
a
any
good
of
thing to say
them. We
no.
found that's the common denominator with the client, because this technology does not jive. I'll run you through these. These are, whenever we set this up originally, this was to help you. We thought if we were selling to a stylist vicariously through you, this is something you would have a conversation with for your stylist. So this is not necessarily for you, it's for you to share with your stylist when they buy Andiamo. Use Andiamo as a tool. It's a great marketing tool. Got it? You want to kick me right now, my friend?
He's used to it. Pete would have got on.
All right,
it.
good deal. Good. Thank you. See, I felt it. Okay, so I know I'm sure. I'm sorry. I apologize.
He's used to it. Don't worry about it.
So when you're telling a stylist, look, don't just take this in and use it on a customer randomly. Take this in, set some goals, or be thinking right now. Write some customers you know that are not getting color from you. That's the first reference point. Write some customers right now that say they want to get color from you, they don't because they don't have what?
Time.
Time. And they're going to start writing. And that is huge, because we found when we made them put pen to paper in front of you, they found 5 or 6 customers. And all of a sudden they have a what? A why and a reason to buy Andiamo.
They all have leg
That's the way to
shapers,
do it, my
you
friend.
know?
That's the way to
The
do
client
it.
that sits there and does it.
Yep.
Because they don't want to be
yeah.
sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and then the last goal set is talk to your customer. Telling the stylist, remember, I'm treating you as a hairdresser. Talk to your customer and find out if you could get them out quicker with their hair color, would you come in and get hair? Do a poll, do a study. Because I have a customer that only gets a few highlights every now and then, but she doesn't get all the color, she doesn't really get color, you know, and I'm not understanding why she don't come see me more often. Come think about it, she hadn't been in a while. That's the conversation, that's what happens, and you're gonna be what? The hero. It's all about telling the story, right? Share the message. Constantly share the message. Remember, you're a stylist. Make sure that they are sharing the message. You have a success, you do a client, interview the client on impact. It's collecting data. Remember at the beginning what I said we are? We are data collection. So we collect data, they should collect data. Clients love this because
The
nothing
biggest thing I hear,
sells. Go,
the
sorry.
biggest thing I hear when I'm out there and we're talking about express color, and they say, "Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to change my development time, the way I look." No, this isn't meant to do that. This is meant to add those services on. So that immediately, if you can diffuse them and not think it's going to uproot their world, but think, in that 45 minutes that you were doing a haircut, now you can do a full color in that 45 minutes. It's about the opportunities. Can I play a little calculator game with this?
That's coming up.
Okay.
So we'll get there. So we're working through it, goal setting. How much additional money do you want to make? That's something you want to ask them. A lot of stylists tell you, I'm not a mather. Don't make me do math in public, please. That's my daughter, Dad. No problem. I'm not gonna make you do math, take the phone out. That's what we asked them to do right there. Pull your calculator up. This is how it works. We even did this in a Word document, so it's not an Excel spreadsheet, but that scares people. So we tried the Word way. I'm confused by the Word, but I love Excel, but that's just, how many clients do you want to book? And at what price do you want to make, right? So we have this Word in. Go ahead, Raj.
Oh, you want me to do the calculator? Oh, okay. Okay, so everybody take out your calculators. Your phones with your calculators. And this to me is like, whoo, it's a lot of words and a lot of numbers. Okay, so pull out your calculators. Now let's say I've got Express Color. I've downloaded the assets, I've downloaded the little visuals, they're on my Facebook. I add 3 new Express customers that I never had before in my salon. Okay? And I charge $55 for the Express Color. Okay? Take 55 and multiply by 3. Multiply that by 4. How much? $660 a month. Now multiply that by 12. How much? $7,900. That's just, you just gave yourself a raise. Now, imagine if I'm talking to a salon owner and I say, how many stylists do you have? How many stylists do you have in your salon? 8. Multiply that by 8. And what do we get? 63,000. Those are the cold, hard numbers. That's not including cut, finish, or retail. That's I just want to
Absolutely. Use whatever numbers you think would justify your conversation. Don't make it too difficult. Don't go
yes,
too
in your neighborhoods.
Don't go in too deep. Just speak to them. If they're looking to add customers, we have assets to help them add customers. But existing clients, they want to add to existing clients, you would do just a soft increase, right?
I want to add
Please
that
do.
to these numbers because I did it in my salon. And not only that we are doing more appointments now, it's also that we are charging a little bit more because it's express color. So it was a little bit difficult for me to tell my clients, oh, I'm going to charge you more. But I think the way you talk to the people and the way you say the things is the way that you're going to get what you want and they're going to feel comfortable. And this is what happened. The first client that came to the salon, I sit her on the chair and I told her, I have a new color, this is an express color, but I know you're always carrying because you have to pick up the kids at school, and I have the express color that you're gonna finish, like half an hour before that you usually finish. Would you like to do it? Oh yeah, of course, it's the same technology. Yeah, it's the same Andiamo of Aloxxi, the same technology, everything is gonna be fine. We talk about the ingredients and everything. I said, the only thing is that it's gonna be a little bit more expensive than the regular color. And she said, how much more expensive? I said, $5 more. I said, okay, let's do it.
Right, that's it, $5.
Yeah, I did it like that with my clients, and they were okay with that,
Sure.
So $5 more in each of the clients that we have more in that appointments, I have 7 hairstylists, and they are trying to have 3 more clients per day. 3 more clients per day times 5 days a week. It's gonna be 3 times 5?
15.
15. 15 times $5 each.
9.
Huh?
75.
So it's gonna help us, and at the same time, it's very difficult for the hair salons every year to